Good morning.
Good morning.
We are on our way to Satara this morning. We left Letaba early before the sun rose. The sun is just coming up over there in the east now, and we are going south.
Open country, easy to spot cats. Casper, the white lion, we're going to his territory. And we're hoping for a very nice fence campsite. So we'll keep you posted.
Along the way, we encountered many small groups of elephants who were always very protective over their babies. We often had to wait quite a while for an early roadblock before we could move on.
Okay, so this is just to give you a quick view of what the landscape is like here and why we're so excited to be going to Satara.
Yes, amazingly, immediately you cross the Winelands River, there's no more mapanis, it's open veld. It just looks like the kind of country where you could find wild dogs, lions and cheetahs, and we've heard a lot about that in the Satara area, so we're excited to be heading towards that.
It wasn't long before the telltale signs of a sighting loomed just ahead. A lone male lion walked onto the road and passed within inches of us. What an honor to get so close to the king of the jungle. A little further down the road, we found 3 female lions resting in the shade. We were clearly back in lion country.
Was one of my dad's favorite camps. Welcome to Satara. So this is how we roll, sweetie, setting up camp.
Yeah, I can do it with my eyes closed now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We now even decide whether we want 6 inches more this way or that way, you know. I mean,
We've got so many options.
This is becoming ridiculous.
Yeah, and this is such a lovely sight. We've got so much privacy and lovely birds, an awesome view. So who knows what is going to happen in the next 4 days. So far so good. We are in dire need of a cappuccino, but we just first want to finish this, but Keith is doing great. It's now just to secure what he...
Electricity is on if you want to boil the kettle.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the kettle. You plug it in there.
This is a magic crate. This is our entire wardrobe. Sweetie, are we traveling light?
Indeed, traveling light was the philosophy of our entire trip. We were extremely pleased with our sight and couldn't wait for morning to explore the secrets of Satara which awaited us.
The first morning ever that we officially in the queue to get out the gate at 6 o'clock.
We are now on the famous S100 road which leads from Satara along the Nwanetsi river, and we were greeted with a great surprise. As we rode out of camp, we saw some cars, and literally I estimated about 400 meters from our campsite, from our tent, to where the lion is, about 400 meters. So we got a very good welcome to Satara this morning.
Wonderful, and hopefully we'll hear them tonight. But for now, we are very excited because we also heard that there are lions on this S100. We're heading to Nwanetsi to have our lunch there, and we'll keep you posted. Nwanetsi is as far east as you can go in the Kruger National Park and is situated on the Nwanetsi River. We took a lunch break under the shade gazebos and spent a long time in the exquisite hide, well elevated above the Nwanetsi River. The hide offered many great picture opportunities of elephants, a variety of birds, as well as saddle-billed storks doing a mating dance. On our way back along the S100, Keith took one of his best pics ever. A Bateleur eagle flew straight at us, presenting an amazing photo opportunity. Keith nailed it. We ended the day at the Nsemani Dam and were back in camp with a few minutes to spare, as usual, before the gates closed. In the morning, we again joined the queue at the gate as it opened at 6 a.m. Our plans were to head towards Timbavati via Nsemani Dam, where we had seen quite a lot of activity the evening before. The still serenity of the early morning at the dam was very deceptive, considering what was going to happen later that day. But for now, we headed for Timbavati for an early morning coffee. What do you say about early morning cappuccino at Timbavati?
There's nothing better than a lekker cappuccino with a lovely wife like Elmarie, who, despite the fact that I'm supposed to be fasting, makes me food like this for an early morning snack.
Situated on the Timbavati River, adjacent to the picnic site, is the Ratelpan Hide, where we spent quite a while just enjoying the quietness of the riverine bush. The many birds and animals with the remoteness of the hide provided some special moments. The S40 back to Nsemani Dam was a very productive drive, with many giraffe and wildebeest along the way. We also encountered a huge herd of buffalo crossing the road, causing quite a roadblock and dust cloud, a photo opportunity not to be missed. A little further along, we were tipped off about 2 lions sleeping next to the road. We could hardly believe the situation as we almost rode over them.
There are 2 young lions just in front of our window, right here by the door. Here we go. Can't get closer than that.
Not in a million years. And through all of this, the lions never blinked and carried on sleeping. Arriving back at Nsemani Dam, there was obviously a lot of action. A pride of about 10 lions had killed a waterbuck in a very inaccessible position right next to the water. With much jockeying for position, we managed a few picks, and as the sun set, we vowed to be back in the morning. By morning, Nsemani Dam was back to its peaceful, tranquil state, with only a few vultures and Marabou storks still looking for titbits. Only the waterbuck horns were still visible as evidence of the previous night's kill, proof of nature's incredible efficiency in providing food for all. A friendly tip-off from an open safari vehicle got us hastily heading to the Sweni road, where a fresh cheetah kill had been reported. Our efforts to find the kill site was soon rewarded with an unforgettable scene. We were captivated for the next 3 hours. Finding the kill site was easy given the amount of vultures sitting in the trees. More seemed to be arriving every minute until we estimated at least 20 or more. Different species of vulture were well represented here. The 2 cheetahs held their ground for as long as they could, while the vultures just waited. It was clearly a numbers game. And then, almost by an invisible sign, all the vultures descended and formed a united battlefront. They advanced. The cheetahs tried to defend, but in seconds it was game over. The cheetahs beat a hasty retreat, and it was one almighty free-for-all over what was left of the impala carcass. Size matters in vulture land, with fierce competition for dominance in getting the best of the spoils. Chaos reigned for quite a while. The cheetahs, with visibly full bellies, slowly walked off into the bush. It was another good day at the office in the Kruger National Park. After having the cheetahs all to ourselves for about 3 hours, we decided to move on back to the H7 towards Nsemani Dam. At the H7 junction, we found a pack of wild dogs, literally passed out, sleeping in the shade. Clearly, with no action imminent here, we moved on to Nsemani Dam, hoping for some late afternoon action. With no sign of the previous day's predators, we decided to go back to the wild dogs. What a surprise awaited us! After a good sleep, the dogs were now seriously on the hunt and seemingly chasing anything with 4 legs. We see 2 dogs on the road, so they're not lazy anymore, with a ton of cars behind them. Don't know where the rest of the pack is. So one bookie ran in front of our car, so they are, oh, and there goes a warthog. Okay, so one is this side. Yes, the warthog got away. With the many cars on the scene, it was difficult to know what was actually happening. There was action on both sides of the road and even between the cars. It was exciting and exhilarating to feel the energy of the hunt. A few of the dogs spotted a herd of waterbuck, and immediately the chase was on. So, of course, we had to go back to the wild dogs, not knowing what to expect. Oh boy, and when we got there and we saw the cars, we knew something is happening.
Yeah, there were about 30 motor cars and the wild dogs were chasing anything that moved. They chased the warthog, they chased impalas, they chased the waterbuck. We're not sure if they caught anything eventually, but
But
wow,
we caught the thrill.
it was super exciting.
Tonight we're celebrating the pack of wild dogs and shame all the poor bookies and things that escaped, and guess where we're going to be tomorrow morning at 6. Courtesy of our neighbour back at camp, we were donated a video of the kill. The wild dogs eventually caught a waterbuck, and within minutes it was ripped apart and devoured.
Go.
We were left with amazing memories of an action-filled day at Satara and hopes that tomorrow would yield even more. The next morning we headed straight back to Nsemani Dam. It was our last day at Satara, and with all the action over the past few days, we were not prepared to miss a thing. As the day wore on, we could see and sense the potential for a lion kill. There seemed to be a plan slowly developing. By early afternoon, 4 lionesses had taken up position at the far side of the dam, seemingly uninterested and lazing in the shade. One lioness slowly walked to the water for a drink and then blended back into the bush on the far side. We cannot believe our luck. Right at this moment, there are lions stalking these zebras. They're in that open area there, busy approaching. We've spotted now at least about 5 or 6 lions. We're not
I think these zebbies know there's something
sure if it's the same pride. There are the zebbies. And in those green bushes to the right, that's where the one lioness is. In the meantime, the herd of zebra were getting more and more uneasy and seemed to be trapped between the lions and the water. The tension was building. The zebras were nervous, and at about 5 p.m, the lions launched the ambush. And exactly at that moment, our production weak point was exposed.
There they go. There. They got him.
Where?
There, over there. They've got him, a zebi.
Where? Which side?
There, sweetheart, in that round area there.
And all I can say is Elmarie is learning. Pan right, sweetheart. Pan right.
Yes, we nearly missed the kill because Elmarie was saying, there.
Where?
And I'm saying, where? And she's saying, there. And of course, the video is going everywhere except
To where the kill is happening.
So I'm giving Elmarie some video lessons on
I've got an upgrade now.
video directing a little bit. We'll catch up later.
Minutes later, the rest of the pride arrived to join the zebi feast. But for us, our time was up at Nsemani Dam. We had to go. Satara had certainly delivered, and our patience at Nsemani Dam had paid off. Now it was, yet again, a race to the gate before it closed at 5:30. And here we're driving in, and there are still some cars behind us. So we are not going to get fined tonight for not being in the gate before 17:30. Thank you for watching this episode. Our journey through Kruger Park to Crook's Corner continues in the following episodes. Please like and subscribe to stay informed. Polar Steps has a daily record of our entire trip. Download the app and follow us on Footloose in Africa, Epic Kruger 2024. All our links and info are on our website foreverfree.co.za. You can also follow us directly on Facebook, Instagram, X or email. All the links are posted below. See you in the next episode or online. We love you. Keith and Elmarie.